Hi boys and girls, Julia and I are here again and we're glad you're here. Last week we had that amazing story, that Easter story where Jesus didn't stay in that tomb and he even appeared to two women. They were so excited to know that he was alive. And remember, Jesus said to those women, he said, go and tell all your friends that I'm alive. And so some of them had heard that he was alive, but they hadn't seen him. And so they really weren't quite sure. And in our story today, it comes from the book of Luke, and it's in chapter 24. And in our story, we hear about two men who were going to walk to another town to have dinner. So, and they were still really sad. So let's use our arms because we have to walk because Julia, they can't ride in a car, can't take
those
buses, airplanes, trains. Do you know what the Bible says? The Bible says it was 7 miles.
That's far.
That's far. You ran 2 miles yesterday. You want to run 7? So let's walk with our friends. And they're walking along and they're talking. They're just shaking their heads and they're saying, we don't understand everything that's happened. And all of a sudden, a man comes up and he decides to walk beside them. Boys and girls, this wasn't uncommon because everybody walked everywhere. So there was lots of people on the road. And sometimes you walked among your friends and even people you didn't know. And the man said to them, what are you talking about? And they said, well, are you a visitor? Haven't you heard that Jesus, the man who we believed was going to be our king and to save us from lots of things, he was killed. And we've heard that there's some people that say he's alive, but we haven't seen him at all. And this man that was walking alongside them said, well, haven't you heard about the Old Testament scriptures that says that Jesus was going to come and he was going to walk on earth and he was going to do lots of amazing things, but then he was going to be killed, but then he wasn't going to stay dead? And these men were still puzzled. And then when they got to this town, and the Bible even specifically tells us the name of this town, it says it's Emmaus. When they got to this town, they ate. Now, I would certainly feel like eating too if I had just walked 7 miles. And as they were sitting down eating, the Bible tells us the sun was setting. As they were sitting down eating, all of a sudden, they were like, oh my, this is Jesus. This is Jesus who's been with us. And they didn't stay there at all. Even though the sun was setting and they had 7 miles, let's put out our arms and let's run back 7 miles. Oh, we have to run and we have to come back, and they kept running. And by the time they got to Jerusalem, I have a feeling they were huffing and puffing because they had gone so far and so fast. But the reason they did that is because they wanted to start telling everybody that they saw. Jesus is alive. He's alive. We're going to tell everybody. And they were no longer the sad people that didn't know Jesus was alive. They knew for sure that he was alive. The Bible says, thanks be to God for Jesus. Let's end with our prayer song. God gives food, God gives clothes, everything I need he knows. So I smile and pray and thank him every day. God helps me in every way.
See you next week.
Goodbye, boys and girls.